Joe Rogan has responded to breaking developments out of Nigeria involving heavyweight boxer Anthony Joshua. The full details have not yet been confirmed. The situation has quickly raised concern across the global boxing community.
Breaking news: Anthony Joshua has just been involved in a serious car crash in Nigeria. Now, local reports say that 2 people are dead and AJ has been taken to hospital. He is alive and apparently has suffered minor injuries. Now, pictures online show him shirtless in the back of a car being pulled from the wreckage. And according to local media, it was AJ's car that actually collided with a stationary truck on a busy Lagos expressway. Now, we don't know exactly why AJ was there, but he does have family roots in Nigeria, so perhaps he was visiting them for the holidays. We don't know much more about his condition, but when we do, I'll keep you guys updated.
Okay, this is breaking right now. Apparently, British heavyweight boxer Anthony Joshua was involved in a serious car crash on the Lagos-Ibadan expressway in Ogun State, Nigeria, near Sagamu on December 29th of 2025. Apparently, he was the passenger in the back seat of a Lexus SUV that collided with a stationary truck, reportedly after a tire burst causing the driver to lose control during an overtaking maneuver. Anthony Joshua sustained minor injuries and was taken to an undisclosed hospital for treatment. He is reported to be stable and fine, according to police and his promoter, Eddie Hearn. Tragically, 2 other passengers in Joshua's vehicle died at the scene. So he was in the same car as 2 people that died after they crashed, which just goes to show you how resilient he is physically. Now, the deceased were taken to a morgue in Sagamu and authorities are investigating the incident currently. Joshua, who has Nigerian heritage through his parents and often visits the family in Sagamu, was in Nigeria following his recent fight just 10 days earlier on December 19th, where he knocked out Jake Paul in the 6th round of a high-profile heavyweight bout in Miami, Florida. Now, eyewitness accounts and social media footage from the crash showed Joshua being helped out of the damaged vehicle, appearing to be in visible pain but conscious. The Lagos-Ibadan Expressway is known as one of Nigeria's busiest and most dangerous roads, according to local authorities. And so far, the police have extended their condolences to the families of the deceased, but no further updates on Joshua's condition have been released as of now.
Reports suggest Anthony Joshua may have been involved in a serious car accident while in Nigeria, raising immediate concerns about his health and the future of his boxing career heading toward 2026. Although no official details have confirmed long-term injuries, the timing of the incident has unsettled fans and analysts, coming just after Joshua's high-profile fight with Jake Paul that reignited his momentum, turned him to global headlines, reopened the door to some of the biggest bouts of his career.
I really take my hat off. So, I mean, we have to see if it is a broken jaw. Those injuries are very difficult to come back from. But as AJ said, like that last shot would have knocked out a lot of heavyweights. And I know he went down heavy, but, you know, he was conscious on the floor. And I thought his game plan, although obviously very negative early on, which it had to be, was smart at times. And there were times where he held his feet and let his hands go. You know, it was a very one-sided fight. It was always going to be a one-sided fight. But you can't give him anything but credit and respect. There's a lot of negative people out there. There's a lot of people who want to criticize people. They're not doing what Jake Paul's done. He just went in with Anthony Joshua and gave it his best shot. Took a lot of punishment and ended the fight eventually on his feet after the stoppage. So, you know, I think he'll have to see physically how that jaw, I don't know the severity of it. It's a very difficult injury to come back from, but he showed he's got ability, and that's what we said. You know,
they are A+ first class. It is a huge honor for me to do these events whenever I can. I enjoy them, and I think the obviously the more seasoned and better and more accomplished and veteran fighter won. But I don't think Jake's stock goes down. He could still fight, the Furies and the KSIs. I would love to see that fight of the world, even the Darren Tills of the world. Like, I think that there is still very much a market, but obviously there's levels. And by the way, there are weight classes for a reason as well. He's a cruiserweight, he's not a heavyweight. But it sounds like he wants to keep going. And it sounds like AJ wants to keep going, although in a brief conversation with a member of his team, they said maybe this February date is too soon. He specifically mentioned Tyson Fury. Bypass that February date, go straight to Tyson. I know there is a fight on the table for February, but again, that's why I hate when they announce these things before. You could get tired, you could get hurt, you could get, who knows, banged up. So let's see if that February date remains. I'm hearing it could be in flux, and let's see if his next fight is against Tyson. That's the fight that everyone wants to see. We don't need tune-up fights anymore. Make that fight next. Jake needs some time off. Maybe we see him back end of 26. Obviously, he's got a lot going on with MVP. And obviously, he has to...
Like, we're elite fighters. Like, so I put myself in the shoes of a coach. If I was coaching Anthony Joshua and he went 6 rounds with Jake Paul, I would get him back in the gym tomorrow, give him a bit of a beating, and we're getting straight back to work, because I'll be like, how are you letting this kid take you 6 rounds? Are you crazy? In boxing, there's a time when you systematically break someone down and you see their soul leaving their body. And after a period of time, 2 things start to happen to them. Either they give up or they get knocked out. And there was a bit of a mix. I said to myself, I'm not gonna knock you out. I am gonna systematically punish you round after round. And like, I wanted it to be slow and methodical. I swear, your mouth dropped down now. And I just kept on hitting him. Sorry, go.
Right, you hit me as much.
I hit you for everyone in England. I was hitting. I kept on hitting him, and I could see I had that mentality where I was like, do you remember in the press conference I said he's Iverson and I'm Jordan, and I was like, I'm gonna just keep breaking him down because he was a loose.
Mega stadium fights, legacy-defining matchups, and a potential Tyson Fury showdown were suddenly back on the table for Anthony Joshua, but now that future feels uncertain. Joe Rogan addressed the situation with clear concern, noting how unforgiving boxing already is and how a single unexpected incident outside the ring can alter a fighter's narrow window of opportunity. The concern is heightened by the timing, as Joshua had just come off one of the most physically demanding stretches of his career, including intense training camps, media obligations, a high-profile bout with Jake Paul, and the recovery that followed. While fans are cautious not to jump to conclusions, speculation is unavoidable, as any serious injury, particularly one affecting mobility, reaction time, or long-term conditioning, could delay his return, force him to reconsider a 2026 run, or potentially put the long-anticipated Tyson Fury super fight in jeopardy.
To keep going into these big stadium fights with all this pressure, sometimes he just wants to wrap the hands and go in and get on a bit of a run. So our job now is to prepare him for the Tyson Fury fight. I think that fight's inevitable, because once Turkey starts saying, I'm going to work to make that fight, all we've got to do is agree our deal with Turkey Al Sheikh, and that's what Tyson and Frank and Spencer have got to do on their side. So I'm hopeful, and I think we're going to finally see it in 2026.
I'm excited.
If you beat Tyson Fury,
I'll be over the moon.
would you?
Yeah, of course. You know,
Would you like to?
Yeah, of course.
Are you friendly with him?
Not really. But I respect what he's done.
I think he called you a dosser.
Yeah, but
That's his standard term of abuse.
yeah,
You big dosser.
yeah,
He's a bodybuilder.
yeah,
He is a businessman. I am a Spartan.
yeah. Have you got one of those fully Tyson Fury dolls? No, I'm joking. You must like him though,
What makes you say that?
because you can memorize every quote of his.
He's very quotable, isn't he?
He is, to be fair. He
And
is.
he's got that distinctive,
Like he's eating a frog voice.
yeah.
Yeah,
Do you think you could beat him?
yeah.
Wouldn't be easy though.
No,
The bookies, I think, would favor him.
yeah.
Do you agree?
At the same time, the reaction across the boxing world has been marked by respect rather than speculation, with the focus shifting from headlines and paydays to Anthony Joshua's health and recovery. As a global ambassador for the sport who has carried immense expectations for more than a decade, any incident involving Joshua naturally reframes the conversation. Still, the reality of combat sports remains unforgiving, and if he is forced to step away for an extended period, the heavyweight division will continue to move forward, with new fights made and new contenders emerging. That's what makes this moment feel so significant. One moment Joshua was fresh off a blockbuster bout and eyeing the biggest opportunities of his career. In the next, questions have emerged about whether a single unpredictable event has thrown those plans into uncertainty. For now, the boxing world can only wait, show respect, and hope for the best, knowing that any serious setback could have ripple effects that reshape the heavyweight landscape heading into 2026.